Hey guys, welcome. I get asked all the time, as you noticed in the post, we started our Instagram account for Metro Marketer Magazine back in March 2016, and basically it was a brand new account. We had no followers, nothing. It was a brand new account. And we joined the Instagram domination course, learned some things, and I get asked, now the account's at almost 50,000 followers in about 6 months' time. It's been amazing. It's done a lot of good things for our business and our web properties. So I want to show you what my workflow is for creating these posts because I get asked all the time, okay, you've done all this. How much time are you spending on Instagram? Well, I post on average 4 Instagram posts a day. And I'm going to show you in this little video how long it takes me to create 2 of those posts. It's incredibly quick, I think, and easy. I use a few tools that I learned about in the Instagram domination course. We use the Instagram app for sure. I mean, you have to. That's right on my iPhone. We use an app called Later, which helps you to create posts and schedule them for down the road, later in the day. There's a free version of Later and there's a paid version. I use a paid version, which just allows me to do a few other things. I use an app called WordSwag, which allows you to create images on your phone that you can use for Instagram. I'll show you how to use that. I also use the Notes app on my iPhone just to it stores things on there as text files, like for quotes. If I'm going to put a quote into an Instagram image, I'll store the quote a lot of times on my Note app so that I can just copy and paste it when I'm ready for it. I also use the Notes app to store, we curate these hashtag groups that you can use for optimizing your images for traffic and for likes. You can create I usually create groups of about 30 hashtags, and I'll show you how we use those in the creation and posting of an image. And also we use the Facebook Messenger application, which is our app on the phone, and we use that for sharing with groups that you kind of create these alliances with other Instagram users where you can post your new images into a group, and then you take turns, you like and comment on those images, and it helps give them a boost as you're trying to get that image off the ground on Instagram. So I'm going to show you the whole thing. If you're ready, I'll walk you through how I do it. This is real time. I didn't pause this at all. This is actually how I created an app, so I have to move kind of fast on it at times. But here we go. So first thing I'm doing, I'm going to the Later app. I'm going to grab an image off of my camera roll, I believe is how I did it on this one. So you click Media, the plus sign for adding new media, and then I'm going to go to my photo library and go to my camera roll, and I had an image picked out here that I'd taken a screenshot off of another Instagram account that had done really well, and a friend of mine, Daily Spark TV, way to go guy. So he does this image about Zuckerberg. So we took a screenshot. You're going to crop that image and do that right in the Later app. You just kind of move it around. It'll float a little bit, so you have to get it just right. So it looks good on Instagram. That's just about right there. Done. Next step is to type in a caption. Come up with a caption for the image. You want to do that because that's how you engage with people. You can put an image up without a caption. I think that would not be very effective. So I got to think about what I don't remember what I wrote here. You kind of have to know your audience, know who's engaging with you and the kinds of things they like to talk about. You get to test that as you go along. Oops, not Zucks. As I said, this is real time, so you're seeing all the mistakes as I go along. I didn't edit this thing at all. I'm not the greatest at typing on my phone, as you can see. This is probably the longest part about the whole process. just coming up with the caption. If you don't have one already prepared, you can do these in advance, have them in your Note app, and just copy and paste them in here, and you're all done. Here I'm going to do a shout out to Daily Spark TV, which is where I grabbed this image. That just put his Instagram handle in here. He'll get a notification that, and also maybe get some traffic off it if people see that that's where this came from and they like this post. They'll go look at his account for some more cool stuff. And I strongly suggest follow Daily Spark TV. He's awesome. Then I also do shout outs to a couple of other big accounts. This image was created by an account called Funders and Founders, so we're going to put a shout out in for them so they get some credit for creating the image. We always try to do that, give affirmation where it's due, and then I'll also see who else was listed on here. Actually, I'm copying a list of some other shouts I had done earlier on another account or another image. So I just copied this from one of my older images because it worked out really well last time for this image. Got us some nice engagement and following. So just paste that right in here and use it in this image. And that's it. Pretty much done with this image. I'll go to next, where I can tag some of the people that I mentioned in here. First we'll set the time for, schedule it for posting. It's created and it's scheduled. So we go to the scheduled and pull it up here. Yes, I'm logged in. Gotta find the Instagram, copy this to Instagram. This is all done automatically on the Later app, so you don't have to do anything here. It does it for you. Just click next. I don't use any filters. The caption was saved automatically by the Later app. You just paste it in here. That's good. I'm okay. We're going to tag, again, as I said, we're going to tag some of the people that are mentioned in my shout out. So tag Daily Spark and Founder, and I think Funders and Founders. We'll tag them as well. That gives them a notification that hey, they were, Metro Marketer Mag mentioned you in a post, and they may want to come over and comment or give you a like or something like that. Just tells them that you shouted them out on Instagram. So I've got those all tagged. Click done. Now we click share, and that's it. It's live on Instagram. Now there's a couple steps I do from here. I go to my Notes app, as I said, and I'm going to copy my hashtags for this particular that I want to use in this particular post. These are hashtags that I've researched that are going to go to the type of businesses or accounts that I think would be interested in reading this. There's about 30 of them, 29 or 30 in this group. I have them all prepared in advance. I use this on most of my posts. And copy that. Done. Back to Instagram. That post should be right up there. There it is. And I go to comments. You paste these in the comments section. This is one of the hacks that you'll learn from the Instagram domination course, but I'm giving it to you for free right now. Paste that in there, so that way it doesn't show up in your caption, doesn't make your caption overly long, but it's down there in the comments and does what it's supposed to do. And then I send this to a couple of follow groups. If you saw that real quick, those were just shared on Instagram to a couple of groups that I share and like posts with. And then I'm going to go over to the Facebook Messenger app now and paste the link in for this image. You paste it in right there. And you can see there are other images up there from other accounts. And then we just go in there periodically during the day and like and comment on each other's images, which helps give them a boost on Instagram. And that's it. I'm done. That whole created from scratch image is done, and it's live on Instagram. Now I'm going to show you how to create one with an app called WordSwag. And this one we're actually going to create from scratch using an image that I believe it's an image I downloaded from one of the free image sites on the internet. I don't remember which one it was right now, but totally free, legal to use image on Instagram. I can't remember which one I used here. We got to go through my camera roll and pick one out. Again, this is all done on the free WordSwag app. And we'll find the image. Did I find it? I don't think that's the one I used. I think I got to go back. Yeah, we'll go back. I'm going to find the one we want here. You can see a lot of these are images I've got staged to be used later on Instagram, most of them. think that's the one. There it is. Okay, now it uploads that directly to the WordSwag app, and then you go. WordSwag automatically puts text in here, and you can edit that text. I usually use custom text, so I go to the custom file, get the stuff that's out of there, and I've got a quote saved in my Notes app here, and I'm going to paste in. I don't know why that came up. I'm going to paste in the WordSwag app. Let me find the quote. I think it was a quote from Pelé that I liked about hard work and success, and that's a lot of what I post about on Instagram. Let me find it. There it is, I think. Love that quote. So I'm just going to copy this. I don't need to copy the Pelé. I know how to spell his name. When I'm done. Go back to WordSwag, paste it in here. And this happens real quick down at the bottom. It's got to be auto line breaks on, so it breaks it up. Now, I don't like this particular text style, so you just scroll along the bottom of the WordSwag app and pick one out. This is the one I use consistently, so my images look fairly consistent. Kind of like that font and the way that looks. I'm going to darken the image up so the contrast is a little better, easier to read. Move the text around to where I want it. That looks pretty good. And then I think I'm done with that part. Now I want to add the Pelé on there so everybody knows this is a quote. So when this comes up, you click Reswag on the app. Comes back and you see it duplicates an image. Just double click on that, takes you over here to edit it. I'm going to put a dash and then Pelé so everybody knows that this is was a quote. Done. Down at the bottom, and I take the auto line breaks off on this, so it just puts it in one line. Drag it down where I want it. I got to get the right font so it looks better. I like it a little more consistent than what that looks like. So just click through until I get the one that matches what the rest of the text is. Resize a little bit, center it to where I want it. It looks okay. So we're done with that. I got one last thing I'm going to do. I'm going to put a watermark at the bottom, and that's for some branding. And you click watermark, and I'm going to use an image that I have a file of watermarks that I save on my phone, right on my phone. See, there's a watermarks file down there. You can't see it, it's white, but it's there. And I just resize this and move it to where I want it on the image, right there at the bottom. That's our Instagram handle. And that's it, you're done. That's all it takes to create an image on Instagram. And you upload, I just upload it to later so that it's there when I want to schedule it later. Just click the image I finished, there it is. It uploads into the later app, and it's right there in my new media for when I want, whatever I want to schedule. I could do that right now and schedule it. I'm going to wait till a bit later, but that's it. Just created 2 images for you from scratch, 2 different kinds of images for Instagram on our account, Metro Marketer Mag. Hope you'll follow us. Give us some comments. Tell us what you think, and maybe tell us what you think at the bottom of this post as well. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some value out of it. And thanks. We'll talk to you soon.